And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. The Georgia Southern Eagles were able to get their first game of the season underway for 2020 and were able to escape with a 27-26 victory against the FCS member Campbell Camels. The bigger news in that game was the fact that 33 members of the Georgia Southern football team had to miss the season opener for a variety of reasons, including some COVID procedures as well. We'll hear from head coach Chad Lunsford and a few of the players and take a look at some of the highlights from that game coming up in just a moment. We also have some high school football action. 3 of our teams from Bulloch County in action. The Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets improved to 2-0 on the season with a big victory on the road at Brantley County. As for the Portal Panthers, they opened the season at home. Unfortunately, they lost 40-15 to Montgomery County, and the Bulloch Academy Gators are now 1-1 on the season as they went to Savannah and lost pretty badly to Calvary Day School there in Savannah and are now 1-1. Most of those teams back in action again coming up on Friday, as well as the Statesboro Blue Devils, who will be having their season opener on the road at Swainsboro. We'll have highlights from those games. We'll also pay a visit to Paulson Stadium and see the safety precautions that were put in prior to the Eagles season opener and will be in place for the rest of the season for Georgia Southern. We were able to hear from Jared Benko, the athletic director, and Chris Davis from the athletic department as well. We'll have that and much more coming up in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles 1-0 on the season, but it was a nail-biter there at Paulson Stadium that I don't think many people were expecting. Of course, many weren't expecting that 33 players would have to miss the game for a variety of reasons as well, a few of those being starters and quite a few are players that would have been playing there on Saturday afternoon. Let's send you back out for some highlights. A strange sight Saturday at Paulson Stadium. Social distancing practices in place, seeing just over 6,000 for Georgia Southern's home opener against Campbell. Even Gus was masked up and ready. What Eagle fans were not ready for was the pregame announcement that 33 players will be missing Saturday's contest due to a variety of issues, including health concerns and procedures. Coach Lunsford trying to get the team fired up despite a small crowd at the stadium. Unfortunately, they would come out a little flat. Campbell quarterback Haj Malik Williams going to work, moving Campbell down the field. First down completion, and then it's Bryant Barr going in for the score, and it's 7-0 Campbell. On offense, the Eagles trying to put together the drive here, the pitch to Logan Wright for a first down. That drive stalls. Tyler Bass's replacement was revealed as Alex Rayner puts the first points of 2020 on the board, 7-3. The Camels strike back. Williams to Jai Williams for the 40-yard score, and it's 13-3 as the point after failed. Eagle fans starting to sweat it out as they were down by 10. The defense with their moments. Here the nice open field tackle by Zion McGee. On offense, J.D. King starting to get on track as he picks up a first down. Wirtz later finds Malik Murray for a good pickup down the right side. And then it's King, another first down run. Unfortunately, this drive stalls as well, and Rayner able to get the Eagles 3 more. But a disappointing 13-6 halftime deficit for Georgia Southern. Second half and things not getting any better as on the opening kickoff, Najee Thompson can't hold on and Campbell takes over. The Camels taking advantage of the Eagle miscue as Williams will scramble, tuck, and run, and he goes in for the score to make it 20-6. The Eagles fighting back behind their offensive leader, Shai Wirtz. Here, Wirtz scrambles, takes off for a 25-yard carry. Then on the option, he'll keep it, turn up field for 30 more of his game-high 155 yards rushing. Facing 4th and goal and possibly with the game on the line, Wirtz on play action, he rolls out and finds DJ Butler for the touchdown as the Eagles cut it to 20-13. Scary moment on the next drive as Wirtz will get hit, what looks like a little late here, and on his throwing shoulder as well. Thankfully, he was able to return on their next series as we move to the 4th quarter, and the Eagle football families trying to get them their swag back. And a huge play here as the punt will be bobbled, and Zion McGee, another big play. A couple plays later, it's J.D. King bouncing outside, and this one would end up tying things up at 20-20. The defense able to do their job getting the ball back for the offense as Raymond Johnson comes up with the big hit. The Eagle offense pinned deep, but Wirtz getting them out of their own shadows as he goes 32 yards for a first down here. Next, Wirtz the pitch. And Logan Wright able to get into Campbell territory to the 41, and from there, take a look at the senior. Wirtz taking off downfield, and he's going to go the distance, giving the Eagles their first lead of the game at 27-20, but Campbell not going away. Less than a minute to go. Williams to Cedric Frazier to the 20. And then with 14 seconds left, Williams finds Jalen Kelsey in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Hats off to former Carolina Panther Mike Minter, Campbell's head coach, who elects to go for the win rather than the tie. Unfortunately for him, the pass sails incomplete, and the Eagles survive quite a scare, winning 27-26. And after the game, we had a chance to talk with Coach Lunsford and some of the players about the game.
Just won a football game. We've been practicing lifting weights, conditioning for about, I don't even know, a long time. And so to get here and play, man, and win, it feel good. You know, I know we was like a 34-point favorite or whatever to win the game. It don't matter. We won. We want to know when we moved on to FAU. We actually didn't know. We found out when y'all found out. We kind of had an idea of a few that was going to be out, but we ain't expect 33. And a lot of people going to look at their score and like, dang, Georgia Southern only beat them by 1. Well, that 33 played a major factor in the score. I feel like, me personally, but it is what it is. Like I said before, we got to move on to FAU now. A few months ago, we didn't know we was going to be having a season. You feel me? So it felt good just to be out there in front of my family, friends, the students. It just felt good to play football again.
Be back, great to get in the rhythm. Great to be back in rhythm of things. Been a long time coming. At first, we didn't even know if we was gonna play the season. So just to be here is still, it's a blessing. Just getting away from the X's and O's. I seen a team who was hungry and who was coming in here to give us their best game. Think we have a lot to work on our defensive end, especially in the defensive secondary. There's a lot of young people back there, and Campbell really took advantage of that. But I think we still played strong and pulled it out.
Found out pretty close to game time that a lot of your teammates were gone. There were 33 total. Do you think that might have played any part in you guys kind of coming out flat in the first half?
Oh, yes, sir, definitely. Anytime you miss a lot of key starters, C.J. Wright, Kendrick Duncan on the back end. You seen Shaw went down tonight, and we didn't have JT. We didn't have Quinn to back up Randy Wade. So, it definitely played a huge part. But I think this is what we get coached, next man up. We all got to be ready no matter the circumstances. But definitely with 33 guys out and a majority of them having a significant role on your team, it definitely plays a part in why we came out flat.
Campbell played their butts off and did a great job against us tonight. And hats off to Coach Mentor and his program and how they came in and played. And just can't give enough credit to them. As far as us, a win is a win, whether it's by 1 point or whether it's by 50 points. Did we play well? No. Can we play better? Sure, no doubt. We got to clean a lot of things up. A lot of self-inflicted wounds tonight, a lot of mental errors by our guys, a lot of mental errors by coaches, a lot of mental errors by myself, by me, just a lot of different things that we got to be a lot cleaner on, especially with FAU coming to town. I want to shout out to Eagle Nation. Man, I tell you, you could hear it. You could hear the energy. Didn't know how it was going to be. Felt strongly that we would, have that noise, have that power of Paulson. But shout out to Eagle Nation because they did show up and show out.
Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. I know the players didn't find out until right before game time that 33 players were going to be missing the game. Do you think that had anything to do with it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, our guys knew all week, because our guys, we knew exactly what we were dealing with. We got our test results back on Friday. We had awesome test results, so we didn't lose anybody this week. Our 33 guys are a combination of injuries, a little bit of COVID, a lot of contact tracing, suspension, a couple suspensions, things like that. So our guys knew what we were doing. I mean, we last 2 weeks we've had awesome test results. So our guys knew what was going on. So I don't think that had anything to do with it. I don't think the lightning delay had anything to do with it because we do that every day during practice. We have lightning delays and then we go back and practice. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out though because we can't start like that against FAU. Roommates are automatic contacts, regardless if they've been 6 feet wearing a mask, regardless if they've been in the room, which there ain't much you can do about that. They're automatically out. So. That's something that we just got to deal with every week. And that's why, and we've always talked this way, but it's very, very real this year. Next man up. We played a lot of young guys tonight. We played a lot of rookies. And they'll be better next week because now they got their first taste of it. We played a lot of guys that maybe played a little bit last year too. So again, that's what we're dealing with. And I love it. That just means our team's going to gain experience. We're going to have a lot of young guys that's going to have to step up. And that's going to help our program.
All right, stay with us. Coming up next, we'll take a look at some high school action.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
The folks at the Georgia Southern University store want all Eagle fans to know the Statesboro campus of the University store will be open Saturday, September 12th from 11 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. and Saturday, September 19th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Both Paulson Stadium stores will be open for window and counter service with a selection of Georgia Southern apparel from the time the gates open until the end of halftime. Web orders from the full selection of Georgia Southern apparel, hats, gifts, and tailgating items may be ordered for free pickup at Paulson Stadium at the home side store during game day hours. Web orders must be placed by 1 p.m. on Friday for each of the first 2 home games. So don't forget, for all your game day and Georgia Southern needs, shop the University store on the Georgia Southern campus. Well, the Portal Panthers had to wait an extra week to open the season. They opened it up this past Friday as they host Montgomery County. Pretty close game for a while, but then the Eagles ended up running away with that one. As for the Bulloch Academy Gators, much the same. 14-7 there for the first half, and then the wheels fell off in the second half. Let's send you out for some highlights of both of those games. The Portal Band remembering 9/11 as the Panthers open the season Friday at home against Montgomery County. The Eagles start the scoring as quarterback Bo Davidson goes 6 yards for the score, and it's 6-0. More from the Eagles as Davidson chucks one deep and Xavier Brantley hauling it in for the 75-yard score. The 2-point conversion was good to make it 14-0. Portal able to respond. First, the nice run here by Wilkie Washington down the left side for a first down. Then a nice call here, the inside reverse to Washington, who goes 19 yards for the touchdown, and it's 14-7. From there, though, it was all Eagles. Davidson on the sneak makes it 21-7. Later, it's Christian Boyer getting the call, and he goes 17 yards for the score, able to recover his own fumble in the end zone. And it's 27-7 Montgomery County at the half, second half. And Portal trying to make something happen, but Hunter Lanier will be picked off by Brantley at the Eagle 40, and he will make a nice return here going 60 yards into the end zone. Montgomery County opens up a 33-7 lead. They'd add a Wesley Hutchison touchdown to go up 40-7. The Panthers not quitting, though, as Washington gets outside on this run right here. He'd finished just shy of 100 yards rushing. Lanier later looking to the near side, and a great catch by Tim Ortiz, able to get 1 foot down. And then it's Washington finishing things off as he beats the defenders to the corner of the end zone. Not nearly enough, though, as Portal falls 40-15. In Savannah, Bulloch Academy looking to move to 2-0, taking on Calvary Day, down 7-0. The Gators fighting back as Rodney Hill here with a tough run, able to pick up a Gator first down. Later, Tyler Willoughby finds Miller Pope in the end zone. This would tie the game at 7-all. From there on, though, it was all Calvary. Willoughby thrown down for a sack. Then it was Calvary offense getting going as Greg Daniel goes all the way for the touchdown. The Cavs up 14-7 at the half. In the second half, they'd continue to pour it on. The opening kickoff, and Olin Anderson unable to get this one in the end zone, and they'd pay the price. Cameron Selders will go all the way 99 yards for the touchdown to make it 21-7. A couple minutes after that, and Calvary going to the air. Jake Merklinger to Jawan Jackson. And then it's Merklinger with the touchdown on the sneak, and they'd go on to win this one 48-7. As for the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets, they improved to 2-0 on the season with a 28-7 victory on the road in Nahunta against Brantley County. 4 different Yellow Jackets scoring in that game. All right, plenty more to come in just a moment. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
No credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
Well, plenty of work going on by the Georgia Southern Eagles prior to their opener against Campbell, but plenty going on behind the scenes as well, trying to get Paulson Stadium ready for their just over 6,000 fans that were allowed to come to the game. We had a chance to talk with Jared Benko and Chris Davis about the procedures that were put in place prior to the game.
If you look across, obviously you have chair backs, and chair backs are going to be, seats will be used during the game. You'll have sections and rows that are roped off. You'll have obviously rope going down the whole row right there, and those are rows that are not being used, so that's to help with social distancing. What you'll see on a typical row, we'll just look right here, is you'll have 3 seats that are open. You have 4 that are not being used, 3 open, so there's different denominators of different numbers. And so if you look and see, so this row will be in use, this row's not in use. You kind of come back up here and you can start doing the math and see, all right, 1 and 2's open, 3 and 3's a seat not being used, 4 and 5 are open. So we went through the whole stadium kind of doing this, and so you'll have rows that are roped off like this. And if you look down here, it's the same thing on a grander scale. And so what you'll see is you see a lot of rope, right? There's a lot of yellow ropes. So all those yellow ropes is denoting rows that are not being used in part with social distancing. So if you look right here, this row 24 is yellow rope across the whole way. Just to give you an example.
And yes, inside the stadium, throughout Paulson, there's over 20,000 feet of rope all around, and also with the social distancing tape put out. So there's a lot of different mechanisms, and then naturally all the people with the season tickets that have the chair backs also built into the whole system. So it's been well thought out, and it's been a definitely undertaking to sit and resit the entire stadium from a social distance mechanism, but we've been able to accomplish it and try to do it in a very safe manner for all of Eagle Nation to enjoy the game.
So you take this methodology is spread across the entire grandstand and all the way over there and also the upper deck. And so we went through each seat and reseated each seat in the stadium, and it was either being used or not used and marked accordingly.
So if you see both these grass hills right here on either side of Bishop are for students, to get more students in to the stadium that we talked about, to be, they're so important to our university, the student body, and to try to get as many students as we could possibly get in a social distance way. We tried to execute that, so the students will have all their normal student section, plus the overflow of that grass area, plus this grass lot right here. And then the 2 grass hills on the other side that we opened up are for some athletic staff seating. But if you see, we laid the blue lines out, and they're over about 8-9 feet apart, because we wanted people when they sat to be able to not be in a situation where they're right on top of one another from a distancing standpoint. And then the tick marks, just there's some indicators so we can eyeball and make sure people are spread out well. So that's what those white marks are for, just to help from an indicator standpoint.
So tailgating wise, we're asking for everybody, if you have a tailgate spot, no more than 10 people in that tailgate or under the tent. And then when you leave that tailgate, to wear a mask. And obviously we ask everybody to wear a mask in venue at all times unless you're eating or drinking. So.
And that'll wrap it up for this week's show. We'll have our preview show coming up later on in the week, but for now that's it. We'll see you again later on in the week.